Hillside, Illinois, for a Wounded Warriors program through DAV, and we showed you the opening ceremony. They kind of started it a little quick on us, so we didn't really get to do a lead-in. That video should be up, and this is a fundraiser supporting Wounded Warriors, and they do a great job. So we're out here at Hillside Park. We were out here last fall for the tournament as well. Don't forget to turn your clocks back tonight. That's our PSA for the day. And we got TTF and Bad Attitude here. Bad Attitude will be the home team, so TTF will be winding it up here and starting. These are two of the better co-ed mushball teams, I believe, in this tournament. Of course, Chris Harris and Enemy will be tough as they always are. And got to take a look. So we're going to do this game. Then we're going to take a game off maybe. Forgot to charge my one phone. I got it on a battery right now. So we should be okay. So leading off here is going to be Logan Matoyer. And he grounds a single up the middle. So that's how the game will start. So the rules are a little different here. This is not our standard typical 16-inch. They are using a 14-inch mush. The male players do not wear gloves. Female players can. So that's going to bring up Montana Martinez. She pops it up. Pops Alejandro. Makes the catch. So you will see some players that do play a lot of 16-inch. Little Dave on the hill. Of course, he's a high Y guy. Got Jack Kerrigan. Pops Alejandro. There's a swing by Alex Chavez, fouled on the left field line. Julian Gutierrez, also a player that we see quite a lot. TTF, Alex Chavez, of course, Circus. Richie Rico, who runs the team, also a part of the Circus program. JT Redis, also out here. So, some familiar faces. So, Alex Chavez will reset. It is a one-on-one count out here. So, these games do move relatively quickly. And there's a long one into left field. Going back and making the catch is the left fielder, JT Redis. So, Alex hit the ball really hard. Again, it is a mush ball. Doesn't necessarily carry like a 12 or a 16-inch. This is a soft ball. Again, we are playing 60-foot bases, 6-12 on the arc, 1-1 count. And here's a swing and a line drive base hit, and that's going to score the first run of the ball game. They do throw home, but no chance. So base hit by Kathleen Mersman puts them ahead 1-0 here, top of the first. Excuse me, JT Redis is in the box. I misspoke about the left fielder. It's got a similar build out there. I think that's Johnny McIlvain playing left field for. So here's JT, and he pounds it into right, and that's going to drop in front of Gutierrez. Mersman will stop at second. So TTF here, run in. Chance to get a little bit more with Cheyenne Mathis. TTF missing. There's a line drive fair down the line. They're going to send Mersman. She'll score. Now they're going to send JT. Pops Alejandro on the relay. 2-out, 2-run single as Cheyenne drilled one about a foot fair down the left field line. McIlvain had some issues out there. And here's a swing and a ground ball foul by Oddie. Of course, Brian Oddie played on that Yep team that won the Class A National Championship. And Oddie delivers. That's going to score the fourth run. And now, no, she holds up at the last minute. So with 2 outs there, you would have liked to have seen her score on that. It brings up Devin Guzman. And Devin swings, but nice play there by Jack Harrigan, and that'll end it. So we'll see if, that decision to not go factors in later on in the ball game, depending on the score. So next week, the Rosemont Dome League, which is being run by Frank Jekyll, will have a game on Tuesday and Wednesday. I believe they're solo games, 2 diamonds up there. So we're going to try to get up there for the debut of that league. And we're waiting on details. Steve O. Rodriguez, Los Parachos, running their fall session over at Intentional Sports. So a lot of softball, that's 16-inch softball, that we'll have for you here during the fall season. And I'd like to congratulate the Black Softball Hall of Fame yesterday, 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame. They had their inaugural banquet and dinner yesterday where they honored the initial 50. And it was a nice ceremony. Me, George Bliss, Jerry Brown were out there, did a few interviews and tried to. So here's the leadoff man, Johnny McIlvain, and he hits a base hit. And it was a very nice event. First time out, they had 270 plus people. And it was just a well run. Here's Ashley Lentine, little ground ball to second. They turn the double play. So nice job there by the short center, I should say. She sat on that ball. Nice pitch over to the shortstop, and they turned the double play. So they wipe out the leadoff single, and here comes Pops Alejandro. And Pops tries to go down that right field line, pushes it foul. So congratulations to the Black 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame. We did take some video. We videoed the ceremony, and again, they had such a huge turnout that it was a little chaotic, and Pop swings and can't hit a foul ball. That'll go as a strikeout if you're scoring at home. And want to tip a hat to them for getting that up and running. And everybody was having a good time. They had a real good band. And just nicely done for the first time out. Like I said, it was a little chaotic at times, but, when you're dealing with a crush of people, they weren't really expecting, to go that way. And their demand was just off the charts. And got to catch up with a lot of our good friends out in the Washington Park area. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, and hopefully they'll be able to get a little momentum and build that up. So it's going to be Matt Corona, Liz Heredia, and then the top with Logan Matoyer. As we head to the top of the second inning here. 3-0. And there's a swing and a ground ball. Harrigan from his knees, long one hopper. Nice job there by the first baseman. She had to dance a little bit. And it does not appear as if they've put a safety base out. So that makes it even more impressive that the first baseman was able to hang right in there. So here comes Liz Heredia. Bright sunshine here, not a lot of cloud coverage. Soft breeze. No fence, it's going to be all you can get. grab. So little Dave grabs a strike there, full count. She hits a fly ball. Going back is Lentine. She can't get to it. She was looking up into the sun. Ball just kind of carried. What little breeze we do have is pushing out toward left center field. And that ball might have carried a little bit more due to the wind. And here's Logan Matoyer, one out base runner for TTF here. And he swings and he drives it into right center. Liz is chugging. They're going to send her. She's really chugging. She'll score easy. Matoyer's going to turn and burn, and he's going to score. 2-run dinger. TTF 5-0. So Logan Matoyer, 2 for 2. Single and a 2-run homer. Scored 2 runs and driven into. So here's Montana Martinez. Takes the ball. TTF actually missing a couple of the familiar faces. Pops Alejandro, nice snag and spin for out number 2. And it brings up Chavez. So they're missing a couple of their familiar faces today. It's no Brian Koronkowski. Don't see Frankie Annunzio anywhere. And Chavez tries to go deep again, but right on the spot is Johnny McIlvain. And he puts it away. So 2 times Chavez has tried to go deep. 2 times he's been out. So we head to the bottom of the second. TTF in control at this point. So bad attitude, trailing by 5. We'll have 4, 5, 6 coming up. Nicole Udro, Julian Gutierrez, and Lauren Dean. So nice day out here, sunshine, slight breeze, temperature in the 50s. They said it might touch 60. We'll see, maybe if the sun stays out.
It's almost, this is what Melrose Field 2's bandbox will look like pretty soon. I know. No,
so here's Nicole Udro. Little pop-up on the infield, and that's going to be foul.
Sean Burke would have caught that.
And there's a little fly ball coming in. Can't make the catch, but it's a foul ball. So that'll be strike 3. So it's a foul ball with 2 strikes. Now Logan went down and slid. He was clearly in foul territory when he touched the ball, and the ball was foul, even though it bounced off his hands in foul territory and hit the line. That doesn't make it a fair ball. So here's Julian Gutierrez.
Hit your hands, fair territory, falls in off the fielder.
No, he was in foul territory, dude. Here's Julian Gutierrez. Takes that pitch. And Julian goes the other way, deep, long run. He won't be able to get to that ball. Julian gonna cruise into third with second with a stand-up double. So Julian Gutierrez screws up the defense. He goes big, hard down that left field line. Logan couldn't get there. Stand-up double.
Hey, Richie.
So
Richie.
So 1-out double for Lauren Dean. And she hits a little ground ball up the middle. Short center. and she dropped the throw at first, so first and second. Short center did a good job. Julian stayed on the bag. She had a little confusion, couldn't really step into the throw, got it there on a fly. The first baseman couldn't hang on, and here's Jack Harrigan. And Jack scalds one to center. That's going to be over the top. There's a soccer net over there. Bounces off the pole. That's going to be a 3-run bomb. And bad attitude right back in the ball game.
There you go, Stenicky.
So Jack Harrigan leans on it, gave it a ride. Center fielder had no shot. That ball was a rocket. And here's Mallory Horn? I can't read the writing there. We'll call her Mallory. So big bomb there by Jack Harrigan gets bad attitude right back in the contest. And of course, TTF had a chance to score another run in that first inning, but the runner shut it down. She would have scored with 2 outs, and they didn't pick it up. And there's a spinner. Nice play there by Alex Chavez. That ball was going to stay fair. He picked it up, threaded the needle. Brings up little Dave Bradford. And this park is tucked into a residential area out here.
Randy's the law, don't argue.
Takes a ball.
Good eye, Dave.
And again, if you walk a male player, there is a female on deck, and I believe she automatically walks. So they got the 2 outs okay, and now the wheel's starting to come off here a little bit.
Dave,
Brings up Johnny McIlvain, led off for bad attitude in the first with a base hit into right field. And he goes back to right field, dumps a hit. Bradford will score. And now big break there, as Brittany Aiello took a big turn. She stumbled, but they didn't handle the relay well, so she was able to recover and get back to the bag. But it is 5-4 here, and it brings up Ashley Lentine. Home plate jumping around a little bit on Chavez here. And she hits a soft pop-up, and second baseman can't get it. They're going to send it. We're all tied at 5. And McIlvain right on her tail, and they call him out, but we are tied. 5-5. And we're going to head to the top of the third. So bad attitude. Some nice 2-out hitting. Put a fin up and tie the game as we head to the third. The big blow, the 3-run bomb by Jack Harrigan. And after that, they had a series of 2-out hits, and they managed to tie the game. And that's a pretty good job. McIlvain, I think, was hoping that the female player catching wasn't going to catch and tag, but she did. And Kathleen Mersman, JT Reddas, and Cheyenne Mathas is going to be leading off. Scheduled 3 hitters. Brand new ball game here in the top of the third, 5-5. And there's a swing, and McIlvain goes back and makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 1. So we set a record this year on the live stream as we are over 3.1 million minutes watched. Imagine that. So here's JT Reddas. And JT dumps a hit into left field over Harrigan. He's going to try to stretch it into 2, and he will. So line drive down the left field line turns into a stand-up double for Redis. That'll bring up Cheyenne, the center fielder. Brian Oddie on deck. So TTF trying to come right back after giving up 5. First pitch, a little soft pop-up. Cheyenne was the base runner who looked like she was going to score and then slammed the brakes on. And there she just pops it to center. Ashley Lentine makes the catch, gets it in. 2 outs now for Oddie. So JT Redis, JT pretty quick. He'll be running on the swing. Should score on a base hit. And Oddie tries to go opposite field. Flares it foul. Championship game is scheduled for around 4 o'clock. If game would be 5:15-ish, 5:30. This game was supposed to start at 12:15. It started a couple of minutes late due to the ceremony that they had before the ball game. And he goes hard to center. Lentine makes a running catch. Ashley Lentine was running hard. Looked like that ball was going to maybe get over her. She did a little jump with the glove and robs Oddie of potentially a 2-run bomb. Spectacular play by Ashley Lentine to keep the game tied at 5 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. And speaking of Ashley Lentine, she'll be leading off this inning as she's reenacting the catch on her way in, showing them exactly how she did the running, leaping catch. Brian Oddie saying, yeah, that ball kind of came back to her. Usually a lot of times when you see somebody drive it, here's Pops Alejandro, and he hits a bomb. JT cuts it off, wide throw. Pops shut it down pretty early, only ends up with a long single. A lot of times if your hands get ahead of the ball, you get that spin where the ball will tail away from a center fielder there. If you swing a little more traditional. So here's Nicole Udro. So a lot of times what you see, if you get your arms extended and you kind of roll over to that wrist a little bit, then the ball might hook back. And there's a fly ball right to Logan. He'll make the catch, no tag. So 2 outs now for Julian Gutierrez. Julian went big down the left field line his last time up. And looks like Logan is playing a little bit deeper now. That time he pulls the ball into right center field. Pops Alejandro's, and they're going to hold him. Now the throw gets away. So they got it in quick. I think Pops might have been able to score on that. We're seeing some conservative base running here. And there's a soft line drive. Oh, my bad. There's only 1 out. Now there's 2.
Come on, Jack.
Brings up Jack Harrigan. Big home run his last time up.
Level it out, kid. Level it out. Hey, you got to run everything out, Jackie. Let's go.
Julian, you're scoring. Should have scored, but you're a fucking elephant.
And there's another blistering swing. 2 runs are going to score, and Bad Attitude is taking the lead here, 7-5. So after being down 5, they've scored the next 7.
Hey, Jack, too.
As Harrigan stays hot, brings up Mallory. And she hits it out towards center, and that's going to drop. Harrigan racing to third. He'll make it. And they had a shot at the runner at second.
Tag me. What?
The umpire called Jack Harrigan out.
I thought he was out.
And I'm not sure that there was even a tag attempt made. But we're going to head to the 4th inning. Bad Attitude not too happy about that. So we head to the top of the 4th, 7-5. So Devin Guzman, Matt Corona, and Liz Heredia, bottom third of the TTF lineup.
I was like, I'm looking to see who's on deck. I got second and third in the aisle.
Yeah, we know, Gio. We don't gotta run that tape back.
So that umpire said no replay, Gio, but you can always rewind the tape at home. So here's Devin, a little short spinner over here.
Oh, we don't need the replay. Trust me. We know. We know he was safe. We know he was safe. Oh. I got to do that one.
So now there's some confusion as to whether or not she striked out. Game getting a little ragged here. So here's Matt Corona, shortstop today. And there's a line drive, and that'll drop in front of McIlvain for a 1-out single here. Brings up Liz Heredia. 1 out here. Logan Matoyer on deck. And she hits a little roller right. Whoa. And I think both Richie Rico and Jack Harrigan thought it was fair. It looked fair.
I guess it's even.
That's the makeup part, man.
So here comes Liz Heredia. Liz takes a ball there. And Liz skies a pop-up. Harrigan is there, and he puts it away. And it brings up Logan. So TTF has had some base runners. At least 1 in every inning. Scored 5 quickly in this ball game, and 3 in the first, 2 in the second. And there, he just tried to hit it over the infield, and it does drop. Shortstop here will get there. Long throw in. Double as Logan Matoyer stays on fire.
Take this inning, Montana.
And it brings up Montana Martinez. They are squeezing her in the outfield. Not sure if Logan could score on a hit directly to an outfielder. And there she hits a little spinner. Dave Bradford chasing it, throw to first in time. And they get the out. Little Dave doing a little serpentine. But he got there. And they leave a pair of runners. as we head to the bottom of the fourth, 7-5. So halfway through, Bad Attitude leads. Leading off is going to be Dave Bradford. He'll be followed by Brittany Aiello, and then the top and Johnny McIlvain, who's got a couple of hits. A little bit of a chilly breeze. Going to put my hood up.
I was blocking the camera though.
Geo Incognito.
See that?
Like to congratulate Mr. Venable. Just got hired as the Chicago White Sox manager, and little Dave grounds out. And hopefully his mental health won't suffer too much having to manage the White Sox. So it's going to bring up Brittany Aiello here. And Brittany swings, the little ground ball gets past Chavez, second baseman makes the play out number 2. So 2 ground outs to the second baseman to start this inning, and they'll bring up the top of the lineup.
Johnny, don't be afraid to try it, kid.
Bad Attitude has been pretty good with 2 outs so far in this ball
It's
game.
open if you want it, Johnny.
And Johnny smokes one past the third baseman, Brian Oddie, and he's going to leg it into second for a stand-up double.
There you go, kid.
Brings up Ashley Lentine.
Hey, in the grass. No lead.
And Ashley does have the ability to drive the ball. She's got a nice swing when she barrels up. And so they're playing her a little more respectfully. There's a high fly ball. Logan calls it, puts it away. So they threaten, do not score, and we'll head to the top of the 5th. So it'll be Alex Chavez, Kathleen Mersman, and JT Reddas. Again, we are live from the Wounded Warrior Tournament, Eisenhower Park in Hillside, Illinois. Chavez has tried to go deep twice in this game, and they've both been tracked down. And there he pounds it on the ground. Harrigan, long throw in time. So Jack normally seen him play a lot of shortstop, and he went down on a knee and just flicked a strong throw over there. And there's a little ground ball. Harrigan, easy pitch and catch once he caught it clean. So Jack Harrigan, 2 assists here on these first 2 outs. JT goes for it, but he hits it right at McIlvain, and that'll be the 3rd out. So they go 1, 2, 3. We're going to head to the top of the bottom of the 5th now. 7-5.
Another goose.
So if you're TTF, you just want to keep it a 2-run game here. And if you're bad attitude, you'd like to push out a little bit. So here's Pops Alejandro leading off.
Okay.
And there's a swing. Pop's having trouble barreling up. She struck out on a little almost miss hit. And there's a little pop up, and right on the spot is Redis for out number 1. See Little Dave, we saw him at the Black Hall of Fame dinner last night. He was wearing a kind of a white sweatsuit outfit. Today he's got the red on. Very coordinated. And there's a swing and a fly ball, and Logan can't get to it, but she had a strike, so that'll go as... Well, apparently not. Julian was walking up there like he thought she was out. So there's a little flare, and Logan gets there for the second out. I tell you, this Logan's a pretty good-looking ball player. I haven't really seen much of him. But he's hit the ball hard, and it looks like he covers a lot of ground in left field. So here's Julian Gutierrez. 2 outs, nobody on. And Julian does have big pop, and they're playing him deep. And there, he just kind of slapped it. Big turn. Now it bounces off of Redis. Dave. So Julian was going to be content with, he's saying, you see how he cut that. It was a hard cut to the gap. Redis had a little trouble. I think Julian might have shut it down at first, but once it bounced away, he just kept going. So Lauren Dean pops out to the pitcher to end the inning, so no damage done. We'll head to the top of the 6th. 2-run ball game. So Cheyenne, Mathis, Ryan Oddie, and Devin Guzman, the first 3 hitters this inning. So we will have the championship game for sure. And the semifinal, I'm sure, as well, as we'll probably go back-to-back when we get to that point. And there's a swing, and Cheyenne, and diving attempt by Ashley Lentine. She can't get there. And she's going to try to go to third, and she'll make it. Lead-off triple. So Ashley Lentine ran a long way. She laid out for it, couldn't get it. It ends up as a triple. Good hustle there by McIlvain to back her up and get it in to hold it to a triple. So here's Brian Oddie. Now you're down 2. And that's gonna score a run. Ashley having a little trouble, but she gets there. She kind of looked back a couple of times, and that ball was carrying. Adi does drive in the sixth run, though. TTF here in the top of the sixth, pulling a little closer. So here's Devin Guzman, the short center. And she hits a little sinker. McIlvain, it hops over him. Devin Guzman's going to end up with a one-out double. Johnny McIlvain couldn't get there. He went into a slide and the ball just bounced over his body. He's not exactly he's a very thin kid. Sure, if Gio was out there, it would have hit some part of my stomach, but Johnny doesn't have those issues. And there's a hard ground ball to Harrigan. Looks the runner back. Now she's going to try to go to third, and she'll make it. Matt Corona grounds out. Throw did pull the first baseman off the bag, but she made the tag. Now it's up to Liz Heredia. A base hit here could tie the ball game.
Hey, that's beautiful right there. And you need a little brush?
And she smokes one. Short hop pickup by Pops, and he makes the play. Pops playing short. Of course, Pops a slick infielder. Made the play, but they score a run. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth, a little tighter at 7-6. I don't believe Slap and Tickle is in this tournament. Thank you, Manny, for the information. The Turkey Bowl, which is always held on Thanksgiving Day at Harrison Park. If you want to sign up to play, you have until November 7th. Reach out to Manny Sanchez if you need the information. Correct me if I'm wrong, Manny, but that is a sign-up tournament. And then as you sign up, you get put on to certain teams. So it's a lot of mix and match out there. Always a good time. Of course, Manny is a liar. He keeps telling me it's going to be 70 degrees every year. And I head out there and it's like 34. So Jack Harrigan, Mallory Eichhorn, and Dave Bradford, scheduled hitters. And there's a high fly ball to center. Center fielder camped under it, makes the play for out number one. So if you're TTF, that's a big out. Jack's been swinging a heavy bat and playing good defense. So here's Mallory now trying to get something going. Little Dave on deck. And there she swings through that. Apparently there might be a pinch hitter for Little Dave. Little pop-up. Devin makes the play. And there is going to be a pinch hitter here. Jake McTeague is hitting for Little Dave Bradford. And there's a line drive base hit toward the alley. Jake takes the turn. Redis tried to pick it up one-handed, couldn't do it. Would have been a double either way. Now they'll re-enter Little Dave. Brings up Brittany Aiello. So we're in the bottom of the sixth, one-run game. Top of the lineup with Johnny McIlvain looming. If you're TTF, you'd rather not see him here. And there's a little pop-up. Center fielder puts it away. Do or die top of the seventh for TTF. They trail by 1.
Randy's telling me I only yell at the black umpires.
Yeah, show video. Me enjoying it.
Get away from me.
That's clear you told me.
So here we go. It's going to be top versus top here. As both teams here in the seventh, if it comes to that in the bottom, will have their tops going. So here's Logan Matoyer, Montana Martinez, and Alex Chavez. TTF needs a run to keep the game going, 2 to take a lead, anything less, and bad attitude will advance. Game has really slowed down offensively. Takes the ball. Again, if you're little Dave, you don't want to walk him because the female, and there's a little topper. So Logan, who was having a terrific game there, who's ahead in the count there, and not quite sure what his thought process was there, but he had been swinging level or on an upward arc. That time he swung down on the ball, and there's a little flare. Gutierrez, looking into the sun, makes the play. Down to their last out, and Alex Chavez. He gets on. It'll be Kathleen Mersman. Alex has hit the ball hard. He's driven it. So down to their last out, and sky high, and that should do it. McIlvain makes the catch, and bad attitude survives. They win the ball game 7-6. So they'll advance clean, and TTF will drop into the losers bracket. Nice effort by TTF, missing some of their normal players. They hung in there. They were up 5-0. Bad attitude scored the next 7. TTF was only able to get 1 after they fell behind, and bad attitude will advance. So we'll be back later on today. We'll have more softball. Going to take a look at the bracket, maybe relocate over by the championship diamond, which is way down there. Maybe try to get some closer parking, so I don't got to make that long walk late at night. So anyways, folks, we'll be back. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. And